Hello and welcome back to more Football Manager 2019 with me, Mr. Grantu, and episode 10 of Monaco. And well, this is going to be our final episode of our first season in charge here in the Principality. And well, I think overall it's been a pretty good season, we have to say. We have won Liga, of course, in the last episode. Check it out if you haven't already seen it. Um, and we've won Ligue 1 by a pretty convincing margin. Still one game to go. Today we'll play our arch rivals Nice, but even if we lose it and PSG win their match, we will have finished 9 points clear of them, and it's currently 12. It could potentially be 15, which would be insane. Um, I think obviously PSG are going to strengthen over the summer, so we'll have to watch out for them next season. But a really good season overall. Obviously not in the domestic cups and not in the Champions League, which was a complete disaster. But in the league, you cannot fault us. We have at this stage lost remarkably just one match all season in the league, and that was to Lyon. Um, if we look at the rest of the league on table, PSG obviously finished second. It looks like they're going to finish second, although they could be pipped by Marseille. But either way, those will be the other teams in the Champions League. Lyon, Bordeaux are going to be in the Europa League. I think there's one more slot that comes going to come based on the French Cup final. At the bottom, well, it's tight. It's going to be three from these four teams. Amiens, Nantes, and Montpellier currently in the drop zone. I think there is a playoff as well for this spot with the one of the promoted sides, I believe. But anyway, Nantes look like they're pretty much going to go down, which is useful because I want to sign one of their players. We may well have signed him next time. Since last time, then, where we of course wrapped up the Ligue 1 title, but then had a disappointing penalty shootout defeat in the Coupe de France semi-final. We played 3 games. I've played a pretty rotated side, giving a lot of the young players a chance in these games, as we will indeed do today against Nice. A 2-1 win against Saint Etienne, 2 goals from Maria, he saved his chance. A 1-1 with Nims, and then a 2-1 against Amiens, Jack Clark and Maria with the goals there. I really, really would like Pellegrini or Gabels to score. Pellegrini scored 1 goal all season, um, as Falcao's been our main man up front. Although he hasn't scored many either. He's not even close to the league Golden Boot award. But anyway, we're going to play Nice, and then we're going to have a look at the end of season stuff, the awards, financial summary. We are currently on track to fail financial fair play still. It goes green sometimes, but we've lost 60 million this season. 60 million pounds. I mean, even with a billionaire sugar daddy owner, that's not sustainable, is it? I don't really know what to do to improve that. Hopefully, we get some sponsorship at the end of the season. That would be good. But anyway, the team to play against Nice is not the one I wanted because it looks like some of our youngsters have already gone on international duty. Brilliant, really, really great. So Maria's not available, Clark's not available. Masanega, who's been playing a little bit, he looks pretty solid. He was in the under 18s. I've moved him straight into the reserves, and then he's played a few games for the first team. He looks really decent. 5-star potential, really nice. Hopefully he can develop. I think he's not available because he played for the reserves as well. Indeed, he has. Okay, I'll sort this out and see you in a second. Okay, then Subasic is going to be starting in goal. The back four is the traditional back four to end the season. Really, Mendy, De Ligt, Glick, and Sidibe. Skull's going to be on the right. Tonali is going to be in the middle alongside Adrian Silva, who's probably playing his last game for the club. I'm not going to be buying him permanently. Nasser Chadley is going to be starting on the left because Jack Clark, as you saw, is not here, and Gelson Martins is injured. So again, we're probably more likely to sign him, but he probably will be quite expensive, so it's probably Gelson Martins. He's probably already played his last game for the club as well in the previous episode. Golovan's going to be an attacking midfield because Maria's not here, and I'm going to give Pellegrini the chance up front. I really would like him to score another goal because, well, Falcao's not getting any younger. Him and Gabels both have amazing potential. It's time they started realising it, I think. I'm going to say the fans have been fantastic for us all season. We don't have many fans, but there are some of them. Go out there and give them one last performance to cheer for. I wonder what the attendance will be for this game. It's away from home. But it's not very far away, apparently. Monaco and Nice, not a massive distance between them. Now, of course, the summer's coming up. We've got £50 million to spend, a whole host of wage budget, which is great, but that financial fair play leaves me a little bit hesitant. I have to try and balance the books. I think positions I'd like to strengthen in, we'll talk about at the end of the episode. There's a few, not actually that many, because I think we've had a pretty good season um, overall. Here's Skov, one of our best players. He's only been here for half the year. Silva finds Chadley and he hits the bar. Nasta Chadley, one of the players who I think is potentially going to be on his way out this summer. He's on a fairly hefty wage. Hasn't really ever justified that. I'm sure we can get somebody in on a lot less money with a lot more potential. Uh, Pellegrini winning the ball there, but it's come back to Nice, and they're looking to break with Horelli here, Lesmelo and Danilo. He's quite old. Looks like he was fouled at the edge of the box there, but we got away with it. Tonali looking for Pellegrini. Here's Skov. Back to Tonali. Again, it's sort of back and forth a bit. It's come to Adrian Silva. The shot is going to come in from Chadley. Well, I just said he needs to play for his future here. And he's got a goal, which is his fifth goal of the season. I honestly don't remember any of the other ones. Must have been during a period of injury for uh, Martins and Lopez. But a cracking strike from Chadley there. I think he's nearly 30. He's on a fairly hefty wage. I think he's probably going to be moved on this summer. But we shall see. We shall see. Free kick in from Skov is claimed by Benitez, and he's just given the ball straight to Sirisic. Great goal kick there. Well done. Back to Skov, our main threat, of course, and it's a pretty pointless shot from him and a pretty pointless highlight overall. Oh, Tonali's won it in midfield. He's found Chadley. Is he going to have a fantastic final game of the season to potentially force me to think about keeping him? I don't know. Great ball across, and he's found Pellegrini, and Pietro Pellegrini finally scores his second goal for the club. He's played loads of games this season, albeit mostly from the bench, and I mean, 2 goals is not a great return for him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's young, but you'd expect more from him. Hopefully, next season can be a bit of a breakout year for him. Oh, Nice looking to immediately hit us on the break, and there's a foul on the edge of the box. It's going to be one of these silly highlights that is not actually a penalty, and they waste all this time to just give a free kick. There you go, it's a free kick. What is the point of that highlight? Why is that? Why does that come up during key highlights when you don't even show the free kick? What a waste of time. Brilliant free kick in from Wyland Cyprian there. Absolutely fantastic. And Nice have got themselves a goal back. That is a absolutely postage stamp top corner strike. Really good. Free kick in from Skov, and it's flicked in by Matthias de Ligt. Skov's just about to go off, so he can have a rest, and de Ligt with his 10th goal of the season, which is insane because, I mean, Falcao, I don't think has got more than about 15. So our centre back he's got to be one of our highest scorers. We'll check it after this, but that's nuts. 3-1 against Nice here. We're going to get 97 points, and we're going to finish the season 12 points clear of PSG, an absolutely mammoth lead that surely will not be repeated next season with the amount of money they've got to spend. So we're pretty much as you were at the top of the table, and indeed same for the bottom two. Montpellier, Amiens, and Nantes being relegated. And if we have a look at our goal scorers as well, I mean, Martins, who we're probably not going to have next year, our top goal scorer with 14, not great. Falcao, who is a striker, managed 12. Robert Scoff, who only joined in January, got 11. Be interesting to see how he does in a full season. Golovin got 10. And yes, yeah, De Ligt. Matthias de Ligt, who is a centre back, got 10 goals this season. Absolutely crazy, crazy number of goals. Considerably more than many of our attacking players. Really, 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 really good to see. And in terms of average rating as well, not much of a surprise. Robert Scott, the clear runaway winner with that one. Furlan Mendy, Matthias de Ligt, and Kamil Glik, the top four. They have been sensational this season. and have kept us in, while our strikers and really central midfielders have kind of been a bit lacking. Okay, we've been paid 14 million for winning Ligue 1, which is good, and that has slightly addressed the crippling loss of 60 million, and we are currently on track to not fail financial fair play. Good, that's reassuring. Really don't want to be banned from the Champions League. Well, a record high points total, 97 points, the best ever uh, for the club, and indeed a League One record, better than anything PSG have achieved as well. And we've also gone 25 games unbeaten since December the 23rd, since we made those signings, really. That's a new team record. Record low number of defeats as well in a single season. We've, well, just won. End of season awards then. Matthias de Ligt getting player of the season, goal of the season from Ronnie Lopez against Nims. That was just the other week, one of the games he missed. It wasn't a bad goal. It wasn't that good. Signing of the season is de Ligt, and young player of the season is Skov. But that makes no sense to me because de Ligt is younger than Skov. And why is Skov not? Who knows? Anyway, team of the year: Subasic in goal, Mendy, Glick, De Ligt, Sidibe, Martins, Denali, Silva, Skov, Golovin, and Falcao. Can't really argue with that one at all. As we've already seen, Martins is the top goal scorer, De Ligt is highest average rating, most assists, Robert Skov with 8, despite the fact he only joined in January. Fabregas getting best pass completion, well done to him. Sidibe, 15 yellow cards is pretty bad. But anyway, overall, really, really good season, winning the league. Disappointment in the Champions League, getting knocked out in the group stages. Disappointing in the cups as well. And then average attendance, 11,702. That's something we need to work on. But 70% full isn't awful, but yeah, not the best. But that's going to be a difficult thing to improve upon because we are in quite a small city. Well, city state kind of thing. So yeah, I just got to keep winning. I think got to keep winning. Next season, then I don't know. I mean, we weren't really expected to win the league. Do we say we want to win the league or do we want to go with Champions League? I'm going to go with Champions League. They don't like it. They want to be more ambitious. Okay, fine. That's absolutely fine. We should be winning the title, and they're happy with that. Great, fine. Didn't muck it up too much there, I think. But yeah, let's go forwards and see the financial summary, and hopefully that will help our financial outlook. Well, Real Madrid won the Champions League. Lyon, though, won the Europa League, which is good for the coefficient. The Coupe de France was won by Coupe de France was won by Stade Rennais, which is good. They were the ones that beat us. The Coupe de la Ligue, meanwhile, was won by Bordeaux, which means that PSG didn't win anything this season except for the Trophy de Champions, which can only presumably mean they're going to go out and spend a huge amount of money in the summer and be a big threat next season. Okay, finally, that takes ages. I swear it comes up a lot quicker when you're playing in England, but never mind. Um, Here's our financial summary. Brand new sponsorship with a soft drinks partnership. Always like to see that 45 million in the total deal. So our sponsorship has gone up quite a bit. Everything's gone up quite a bit, which is nice to see. Top selling shirts, De Ligt, Fabregas, Lopez, Golovin, and Falcao. Okay, thank you very much. Good to see that one. Now, uh, before the end the episode here, let's just briefly go over the squad, the players who I think positions I think we need to probably improve in for next season. I think I probably would like a new goalkeeper. Subasic has been all right, but he's 34. He's not going to last forever. Somebody younger there could be quite useful. Potentially a new centre back in place of Jemison as third choice. Definitely need a new backup left back because if Mendy gets injured, we're in big trouble. Definitely need some better improvements in midfield, at least one or two midfielders there, I would say so. Potentially another winger, but really only somebody that's happy being a rotation or a backup, I think. Um, I mean, possibly. That depends on whether Keita Balde is good enough. And then a striker, that's kind of an interesting and difficult one. Any striker we get, obviously, I don't want to impede the development of Pellegrini or Gabels, so it would have to be as a replacement for Falcao. I just don't think we can really get rid of Falcao because he's on such a massive wage. So we'll see. We'll see who's available. If there's anyone we can potentially bring in. But that is going to be the end of the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed our first season. Leave a like if you did. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for the next episode where we'll come back with some transfers haven't been made, some new signings, and ready for our second season.